Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Malifaux and another game between Mayfeng and Titania. Terrain is the same as in the last game: forests, impassable rocks that block stuff, walls, impassable buildings. You know the score. As always, my opponent loses his deployment flip, so he sets up first. And he's got a performer, the Tooth, Titania. Oops, these are upside down, with an audience with the Queen, Queen's Champion, and Aether Connection. Anna Lovelace with Malifaux provides. Interested to see how she plays, because she does look pretty good. The Thorn and a Teddy. Bringing the Thunder, we've got a Guild Pathfinder who's a little bit off on his own some there. A Rail Worker, the Emberling, a Mechanized Pork Chop. Kang, good old Kang, with a Hard Worker. A 10 Thunder Brother, Sparks, just hidden behind that tomb. And this game is all about just trying him out for me. And finally Mayfeng, with On Wings of Wind, Seismic Claws, and Vepomancy. I don't really have much of a plan for this mission. I want to send the bulk of my guys up over here to destroy this knot of badness. Sending the 10 Thunder Brother over here to, try to break through their lines and start scoring. Leave your mark. The Pathfinder just wants to hold down this flank to stop him from getting behind and doing the same to me. Oh, and I've forgotten to mention he's got the Primordial Magic up here, just clinging onto that corner. Right, let's see how it goes. Turn 1, well, at least there's the Red Joker. I get the initiative, the Pathfinder goes, sets a trap successfully. He failed every single time last game, so yeah, I think it was coming. Focuses and shoots the Performer, doing no damage. Titania surprises me somewhat by getting stuck in right away. She flaps over here and uses her audience with the Queen to pull him into her clutches. Oh crap. I don't really know what I'm doing. Headhunter, I normally try to make the opponent come to me, but this time I seem to be playing out a bit aggressive, so the Emberling comes and runs over here. That's probably not a good position, not sure what I was thinking. I think I just wanted options to get either side if I needed. The Pork Chops moved up, drops a scrap marker, and then he moved up around here. I'm thinking to get a rail walking train going, but then the Thorn has moved up and lured him in. Damn it, Pork Chop, why are you so lurable? Oh yeah, annoyingly he failed his Flaming Pork Chops thing again, as I assume that is designed to try to help him in situations like this, because he does tend to play running for the front, and so is vulnerable to those lures and early charges. Teddy charges the Pork Chop and fails to kill him, but he's not looking too healthy. I think my Rail Walker walks her out to here, so I've got a nice rail train. What's-her-face, Lovelace moves over here, and vortexes the Rail Worker backwards. That's a pain. Thunder Brother starts to make off around the side. Kangykins jogs up nice and central. The Performer marks my Pathfinders for death. Mayfeng rail walks over here, and just charges Lovelace. Doing very little damage really. I forgot to discard the card to ignore armour, but I did beat a few soulstones out of her. Finally, Sparks walks up to here, winds up the Rail Walker, and then walks over to here. So at the end of the turn, I think I'm in a pretty bad position. I'm going to lose this flank, allowing the Performer to run around in my backfield unopposed, and Titania to come and join the ruck in the centre. My Pork Chop and Mayfeng are a bit overextended. I've got the support coming up, but he can put out a lot of pressure in this area. And oh my goodness, Anna Lovelace's aura is annoying. I wanted to Wings of Wind and push Kang closer, and found I couldn't, because they're both within 8 inches of her, and 8 inches is huge! Not only that, but May can't push around at the end of the turn, and can't use her defensive trigger. Mayfeng does not like Anna Lovelace. Turn 2, that hand's a bit better. Okay, so what's going on here? Looks like I've black jokered something important. I think I lost the initiative. Teddy went first, killed the Pork Chop, and is gobbling up Mayfeng. That might be one of my Soulstone preventions. I go with the Pathfinder, move the trap up to engage the Performer and Titania, and then attack the Performer, doing not much. A little bit of damage. The Thorn has moved around here to attack Mayfeng, and I just can't keep her off me, so I've taken some damage and have got some scrap next to me, etc. The Emberling has jumped into the mix and marked Teddy for death, because now he's the Queen's Champion, he has got to die. And this is kind of how we end up. Titania attacks my guild pathfinder and pushes out over here, and that's fantastic because it really takes the pressure off my flank, and I don't mind the pathfinder's chances against a damaged performer. Mei Feng heats things up a bit with her Vapormancy, attack Teddy a couple of times and attack the Thorn, get some nice blasts off. So Teddy's on 3 burning, and a Lovelace is on 2 burning, and the Thorn is on 1 burning. And none of them can remove it because of the embling. Wahaha. I go with Sparks, stoning for the tome, and put metal plating on Kang, making him a robot, and also getting the trigger for a second 0 action, which I use to make the now construct Kang fast. Sparks then charges Teddy and puts in some licks, but sadly I don't get any of the burning triggers. The fast rail worker moves up and charges Teddy, but can't quite do enough damage to kill him. I was really hoping he would. Lovelace marks Mei Feng for death and hits her for some poison. If I didn't mention it earlier, the pork chop was marked for death as well. The Thunder Brother found the Lovelace aura super annoying. I did his 0 action just to see what would happen and got the 4-inch melee, so I walked him up over here and then attacked Teddy, doing nothing, I don't think. But it was worth a shot. Finally, Kang moves up, marks for death the Thorn, and then wallops her down. The Tooth picked up the mechanised pork chop's head, so it's 2-1 to the Neverborn going into turn 3. And this was one of those interesting hands where I don't think it's worth soulstoning, because 8s and 9s are, they're good cards. So ditching them is a shame, but at the same time there's not really any of those workhorse 12s and 13s. So I elected not to stone. And this was so freaking tense, we both really needed the initiative. I flipped a 4, he flipped a 3, he soulstoned and flipped a 4. We reflipped, and I believe I won it. Mei Feng is about to die, and I need that Teddy gone, because he's going to wreck me so bad if he gets to swing. But he's still got a fair number of wounds left. I don't know how after all the attacks I was throwing on him. So Mei hitches up her skirts, and Thunderous kicks him repeatedly in the face, getting crow triggers for armour on everybody, thanks to the crows in my hand, and puts the Teddy down. And Kang was the unsung hero in this. His aura against constructs and undead is just borderline unfair. So good. Lovelace marks the embling for death, and then swats him with a rusty blade, doing the red joker for damage. So 6 damage, reduced by incorporeal, becomes 3, reduced by armour 2, becomes 1. I love how durable the rail crew is. The Tooth charges the embling, and the plucky thing survives, on 1 wound. So it marks both the Tooth and Anna Lovelace for death. Titania decides to show everyone what a boss she is by jumping into the middle of the rail crew, dropping bird shot on Mei Feng's head, bringing her down to her last wound, and she's still poisoned, so that's not great. Sparks makes the rail worker fast, and then puts the boot in on the Tooth. Kang's auras helped a lot there. Kang is such a great model, such a great model. I think he'd been vortexed a little further away over here by Lovelace earlier in the turn, so he now charges in against Titania, and he's got a shovel with her name on it, or maybe it's just a face print. Because now the Neverborn are out of soulstones, those hits are starting to tell. I think the rail worker tries to kill Lovelace, but can't. Like, seriously, 3 attacks missed. And the Thunder Brother just shifts up and picks up a head. We'd kind of been forgetting to drop them, I can't remember whose head it was, but that's what he's done. And over here, are you kidding me? The Performer kills the Guild Pathfinder. So the Neverborn still pick up Mark for Death. So we end the turn, and Mei Feng stays standing because I Soulstone to prevent the poison damage. 1 more round! Turn 4, yeah, this is not going to go my opponent's way. I get the initiative, and Mei Feng goes down in a blaze of martial arts glory, smacking Lovelace around to near death. And to her credit, Lovelace she's pretty tough. She has been taking some punishment this game. Titania stabs Mei in the back cruelly, bringing her down and scoring Mark for Death. Kang charges in to avenge his mistress and wallops Titania down because he's the man. Once she's out of soul stones, this bitch is far more easy to deal with. Lovelace kills my embling, sigh. Sparks makes the rail worker fast and moves over to pick up, I think it was the Teddy's head or something. The rail worker fails to bring down Lovelace, not happy about that. The Thunder Brother moves up here and drops a Leave You Mark marker, and the Performer lures Sparks towards her. Interesting, I wonder what she's up to. And so yeah, at the end of the turn I pick up my lever mark, mark her. Turn 5, forget to take a picture of my hand. Railworker kills Lovelace, Kang picks up Titania's head, Thunder Brother drops all the markers. I was interested as to why the Primordial Magic didn't try to insignificant him in this game. To be honest, I think we just forgot about it. In a last desperate ploy, the performer lures Sparks towards her but can't get the paralyze trigger, so Sparks spanners her to death. And there's the game. The Neverborn scored 1 point for Headhunter, 3 points for Mark for Death, and no points for Take Prisoner on Sparks. The 10 Thunders scored 3 for Headhunter, 3 for Mark for Death, and 2 for Leave Your Mark, making this game 8-4 to the Thunders. So yeah, fun game. I'm not sure I played it particularly well. Really didn't position very well in the early turns, and I think it came down to getting that initiative and killing Teddy, otherwise he would have wrecked my face. So yeah, so could easily have gone the other way. This frickin' love Kang and his rousing speech aura or whatever it is. So good against constructs and undead. He's a great match for Titania. Sparks I really liked actually. Having a fast railworker every turn or even a fast Kang is just brilliant. He's fast, he's kind of durable, and he hits pretty well. So yeah, I really quite like him. And Anna Lovelace is a gigantic pain in the ass because 8 inches aura of no moving, pushing or whatever else placing is just a real pain. So there we go guys, hope you enjoyed it, take care.